Welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna share a bit more why is it so hard to release or let go of negative emotions. So in the past video, I talked about why is it so important to let them go or handle them, the negative emotions. And right now, I just wanted to talk about why is it so hard to let them go. There are two reasons for it. So first of all, nobody is teaching us what to do with negative emotions. So this should be like number one thing that you learn in school, but actually nobody is teaching us. So we are basically confused about it and we don't know how to handle emotions, and the best we can do is either to suppress them, or we are distracting ourselves when it comes to negative emotions, or we are letting it to come out, but then we are stuck in it for a long time. So that's the first thing, we don't learn how to handle it. But then the second thing why it's so hard to let them go is the following. Most of the negative emotions, they have a secret joy or a psychological benefit. And if you want to let it go, you need to let go of the secret joy and the psychological benefit as well. So you can think about, for example, when somebody is smoking, generally speaking, we can say that smoking is not a very healthy thing. But then whenever somebody is smoking, they have some sort of benefits from it. Like they feel that their level is lower, they feel more happy or calm, and that's their psychological benefit of the smoking. And if they want to let go smoking, they also have to let go that. And the same thing is true for emotions, for negative emotions. Every negative emotion has this benefit, the secret benefit. And once you are letting it go, you need to also let go the benefit. So first of all, I wanted to just remind you that, of course, each of them have this negative benefit or some sort of benefit, but the positive emotions have more positive benefits. So definitely it's worth to let the negative emotions go, but it's important to understand or have awareness around it. So right now, I'm just going to go over the main emotions and talk about the main benefits so you can identify them in yourself. And then once you're understanding them more, you can let them go more easily. So first of all, I wanted to talk about anger. So if you are in the emotion of anger for a longer time, or even just for a shorter time, there are two main benefits of anger. The first benefit is anger gives you the sense of feeling or this understanding that I am right in a certain situation. I have the truth and the other person doesn't. And I'm going to keep being angry because that means I am the one who is right. Okay. And once you want to let go the anger, you need to also let go this feeling or this understanding that you are right. The other psychological benefit of anger is power. So whenever you are angry, this gives you like an immediate rush of power. So you feel more powerful, more energized. You are more like ready to action something. And, some sort of action or power is amazing. You can use it for positivity. But for a long term, actually, anger is going to tire you out. It's not going to give you a long-term power. It just gives you a power rush in the minute. But once you release it and you tap into more joy and contentment, there is more power in that higher frequency, okay? The second feeling that I wanted to talk about is guilt. Guilt can come up a lot when it comes to you have maybe kids, you are a mother or a father, or even in connections or like love connections. And guilt usually has this underlying benefit that whenever you feel guilty, there is like a message that says you are a person who has high moral standards. And the more guilty you feel, the more standards you have, right? And if you would have no guilt, you would have no moral standards. Guilt also has this other belief behind it that when you feel guilty, you are very much a responsible person. And if you would let go of guilt, you would be not responsible anymore. And of course, that is not true either. It's an illusion. You can have high moral standards and you can also be a very responsible person without having guilt. That's basically nonsense. It's an illusion. But of course, once you have the guilt, you feel that or you have this feeling, okay? But definitely, whenever you are releasing the guilt more and more, you can tap into more freedom and definitely more responsibility as well. The third emotion that I wanted to bring up is pride, whenever you are feeling proud, but not proud in a positive sense, but pride when you feel a bit superior to others. And pride actually has this underlying benefit, which is what I just mentioned. Whenever you feel this pride, you feel like you are better than other people. You are maybe faster, you look nicer, you are more clever, and that gives you this feeling of superiority, right? And in order to release the pride, you need to release that you are not better than other people, you are not better than others, you are not less than others, you are basically equal to them. The next emotion I wanted to talk about is worry, and worry shows up a lot in, mother, father, and children connection. So if you are a father or mother, you are pretty much very sure that you are worrying a lot about your children, or the other way around, or maybe you worry about your partner. And the underlying message or the benefit of worry is the following. It sends a message that you are a person who cares a lot about the other person. And the more you worry, the more you care about the other person. So that's the general understanding. And of course, it's a bullshit, because you can imagine that worry is nothing else but praying for something to happen that you don't desire to happen. So it's actually something, it's not very helpful at all in the situation. And you can be a very caring person without worrying the other one. You can simply just help them to how to be safe, but also drop the worry. The next one is impatience. When somebody or you are impatient, there can be a message behind it that says you are a speedy person, you love speed and you want to go fast. And therefore, if you would want to let go impatience, you would need to let go this stuff as well. And it would also mean that you are a slow person, and people don't like to be slow. But again, impatience is the same as worry. It gives you the other results you desire. You can imagine impatience as a following example. Maybe you are planting a plant and you are impatient, and then the next day you go to this plant and you pull it out and you are like, okay, so have you been growing before or since yesterday? And then you are planting it again, and then in 2 days later you are pulling out again and you're asking, like, have you been growing since I saw you? And you can see in this example that impatience basically stops the flow. There is a good flow that started, and with impatience you are just messing with it. And patience is about working with the divine energy, with the divine timing, and not interfering with the divine timing. Okay, so these are the emotions I wanted to talk about. So what I want you to do is just identify which of the emotions are very typical for you, which is your favorite one. Mine was or used to be anger, so I got very angry very quickly, so that was my emotion. But it could be others that are very important for you, and you can just simply see what are the underlying messages, and then the next video will give you the tool of how to let go of the emotion and how to tap into more positivity.